Aquarius? June 2026 asks a surprisingly simple question. Who takes care of the caretaker? Who fills the cup of the person who is always pouring into everyone else's? Who supports the one who is constantly supporting others? Because for many Aquarians, this month reveals something important. You may be giving far more than you're receiving. Not because anyone is forcing you to, but because helping, contributing, fixing, improving, and serving often comes naturally to you. You care deeply about people. You care deeply about causes. You care deeply about making the world better. But somewhere along the way, you may have forgotten something. You are part of that world too. And June wants you to remember that. For much of the month, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter are moving through your 6th house. The house of daily life, work, health, habits, routines, service, and the small actions that shape our larger reality. This is not glamorous energy, but it is important energy. Because our lives are built from our routines. Our well-being is built from our habits. And our future is often built from the choices we make every day. June asks you to look honestly at your daily life. Is it sustainable? Is it nourishing? Is it balanced? Or are you running on obligation? For some Aquarians, this month may reveal just how much energy has been flowing outward. Into work, into responsibilities, into helping other people, into projects that matter. And while those things are valuable, the universe is gently asking, what about you? What fills your cup? What restores your energy? What makes you feel supported? These questions become increasingly important throughout June, because this month is not only about service, it's about receiving, learning how to receive, learning how to ask for support, learning how to stop carrying everything alone. And for many Aquarians, that can feel surprisingly vulnerable. You are often independent, capable, but June reminds you that there is strength in allowing people to help you too. Now let's talk about June 9th, because this is one of the most beautiful moments of the month. Venus and Jupiter come together, and for you, this can feel like relief, support, encouragement, a solution appearing after a long period of uncertainty. Some Aquarians may receive good news related to work. Others may finally gain clarity regarding a health issue. Others may simply experience a renewed sense of well-being. The important thing is that something begins flowing more easily. A burden becomes lighter. A path becomes clearer. A solution becomes visible. And after months of effort, that can feel incredibly refreshing. Now, let's talk about relationships. Because relationships carry an important message this month. Around June 9th, there is beautiful energy for connection. Warmth, kindness, mutual support, and genuine happiness. But what stands out most is the theme of vulnerability. You may realize that the people around you want to help more than you've allowed them to. You may realize that asking for support doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. Sometimes emotional nourishment arrives through simple things. A conversation, a shared meal, a friend showing up, someone asking how you're doing and genuinely wanting to know the answer. Don't underestimate these moments. They matter. Then around June 16th, Uranus brings fresh energy into your relationships. Unexpected developments, unexpected conversations, unexpected opportunities. Something may surprise you. A connection may evolve. A friendship may deepen, or a new person may enter your life in an unusual way. Stay open. Uranus often delivers exactly what we need, even when it doesn't arrive in the package we expected. Then around June 17th, Pluto reminds you of something important. Authenticity. Pluto is moving through your sign, and Pluto doesn't tolerate masks. It wants truth, real truth. You may find yourself renegotiating relationship dynamics, boundaries, power balances, expectations, freedom. This isn't necessarily conflict, it's clarity. and clarity is one of the greatest gifts a relationship can receive. Now let's talk about career, because there is exciting movement here. At the beginning of June, Mercury forms a supportive aspect to Chiron, helping you resolve problems, find creative solutions, and communicate more effectively. This is excellent energy for addressing workplace issues that have been lingering. You may discover that a situation which once felt complicated suddenly becomes manageable. Then around June 19th, the pace accelerates. Mercury connects with Mars, and opportunities arrive quickly. Conversations move quickly. Decisions happen quickly. You may find yourself networking, meeting important contacts, receiving invitations, or discovering opportunities that weren't visible before. This is one of the strongest periods of the month for taking initiative professionally. Trust yourself. Trust your ideas. Trust your voice. Now let's talk about one of the biggest themes in your chart, Pluto and Aquarius. Because even though Pluto is a long-term transit, it's impossible to ignore. Pluto is transforming your identity, your sense of self, your understanding of who you are. And transformation is not always comfortable. Sometimes it feels like losing certainty. Sometimes it feels like questioning old assumptions. Sometimes it feels like becoming someone you don't fully recognize yet. But that's often how growth works. You are not becoming someone else. You are becoming more fully yourself. And June continues that process. Now let's talk about health and well-being, because this is one of the strongest areas of focus. Your body is speaking loudly this month, and the message is simple. Pay attention. Pay attention to exhaustion. Pay attention to stress. Pay attention to what drains you. Pay attention to what nourishes you. Around June 10th, Mercury forms a challenging aspect with Saturn, and this can create mental strain, nervous tension, overthinking, or feelings of pressure. If this happens, don't push harder. Rest, reset, slow down. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is recover. Then, around June 28th, everything feels lighter. Mars forms a supportive aspect to Jupiter. Your energy increases. Motivation returns. Movement feels easier. You may feel stronger, more optimistic, more engaged with life. This is excellent energy for exercise, travel, exploration, or simply reconnecting with activities that make you feel alive. Now let's talk about the spiritual lesson of June, because this may be the most important part of your forecast. The lesson is nourishment, not what you give, what you receive. Aquarius, you have spent a long time pouring energy into the world, into people, into ideas, into causes, into visions of a better future, and that's beautiful. But even the most generous person needs replenishment. Even the strongest person needs rest. Even the most visionary person needs support. June asks you to become curious about your own well-being. What nourishes your soul? What makes you feel safe? What helps you reconnect with yourself? The answers matter, because your future growth depends on it. Then Mercury turns retrograde on June 29th, and this is your invitation to reflect, review, reconsider. Look honestly at your routines, your habits, your priorities, and ask yourself, where have I been undernourishing myself? Where have I been giving more than I can sustain? Where do I need more balance? The answers may surprise you. Finally, we arrive at June 30th, one of the biggest days of the month, because Jupiter enters Leo, your 7th house, the house of partnerships, and this begins a powerful new chapter. For the next 12 months, relationships become a major source of growth. Important people enter your life. Existing partnerships deepen. Collaborations flourish. Support arrives. Visibility increases. And many Aquarians discover that they don't have to build everything alone. This is not only a year of partnership, it's a year of learning what healthy partnership actually feels like. And that lesson may change everything. If I could summarize June for Aquarius in one sentence, it would be this: you are learning that being needed is not the same thing as being nourished. June begins by showing you where your energy is going. It ends by showing you where support can be found. And somewhere in between, you may finally give yourself permission to receive the care you've been offering everyone else.